Russia has produced some of the most powerful and controversial rulers in world history. Men who built empires, women who expanded continents, revolutionaries who erased monarchies, leaders who turned a struggling state into a superpower. But none of it happened by accident. Over the last 1,000 years, a handful of rulers made decisions that reshaped not only Russia, but the entire world. This is their story. Vladimir the Great, the baptism of a civilization. In the year 988, a single decision changed the course of Eastern Europe. Vladimir the Great ruled over a loose federation of Slavic tribes known as Kievan Rus. It was divided, culturally mixed, religiously fragmented. Then Vladimir converted to Byzantine Christianity and ordered the mass baptism of his people. This was not just spiritual, it was political genius. By aligning with Constantinople, he unified his territories under one faith, strengthened his legitimacy, connected his state to one of the most sophisticated empires on earth. The Orthodox Church became inseparable from political authority. Russia's spiritual identity was born, and it would endure for centuries. Ivan III, the rise of Moscow. By the 15th century, the once powerful Rus lands had lived under Mongol dominance for more than 200 years. Tribute was paid, authority was divided, the land was fragmented. Then came Ivan III of Russia. In 1480, he refused to continue paying tribute to the Golden Horde. A tense military standoff followed. The Mongols retreated. It marked the end of foreign domination. But Ivan did more than gain independence. He absorbed rival principalities, centralized authority in Moscow, adopted imperial Byzantine symbolism. Moscow began to see itself not as a city, but as the successor to Rome and Constantinople. Russia was no longer a collection of territories. It was becoming a state. Ivan the Terrible, power and terror. When Ivan the Terrible was crowned in 1547, he took a new title, Tsar, derived from Caesar. It signaled something radical, absolute authority. Ivan strengthened the army, reformed administration, expanded eastward into Siberia, but he also created the Oprichnina, a personal state within the state, a secret police, mass executions, confiscated lands. Entire cities were destroyed in displays of terror. Yet under Ivan, Russia doubled in size. His reign demonstrated something powerful and dangerous. Strength and fear could coexist. Peter the Great, forcing Russia into Europe. A century later, Russia faced a different problem. It was powerful, but backward compared to Western Europe. Peter the Great understood this. He traveled through Europe incognito, studied shipbuilding and military science, observed modern governance, then he returned home and imposed change. He built a navy from nothing, reorganized government ministries, introduced Western customs, forced the nobility to modernize. He fought and defeated Sweden in the Great Northern War. He founded St. Petersburg, a new capital facing Europe. By the time he died, Russia was no longer peripheral. It was a European great power, but modernization came with harsh discipline and immense cost. Change in Russia was rarely gentle. Catherine the Great, empire at its peak. Catherine the Great was not born Russian. She seized power in a coup, yet she ruled for over 3 decades and expanded the empire dramatically. Under her leadership, Russia gained access to the Black Sea. Poland was partitioned. The empire stretched deep into Eastern Europe. She supported education and corresponded with Enlightenment thinkers. But while culture flourished, the peasantry remained bound to harsh conditions. Russia was stronger than ever. Territorially vast and militarily respected, it had become a true empire. Alexander II, reform and resistance. By the mid-19th century, the empire showed cracks. After defeat in the Crimean War, reform became unavoidable. Alexander II of Russia made one of the boldest decisions in Russian history. In 1861, he abolished serfdom. Over 20 million people were legally freed. He reformed the courts, modernized the military, expanded local governance. But freedom was complicated. Peasants faced debt. Revolutionary ideas spread. Radical movements gained strength. In 1881, Alexander was assassinated. His reforms had shaken the foundations of the empire, but they had not transformed its political structure. Lenin, the revolutionary break. World War I devastated Russia, economic collapse, military defeat, mass unrest. In 1917, Vladimir Lenin led the Bolsheviks in seizing power. The Romanov dynasty ended. The monarchy disappeared. Lenin established a one-party socialist state. Industry was nationalized. Political opposition suppressed. A new ideology defined the future. The Soviet Union was formed. Stalin, from revolution to superpower. After Lenin's death, power consolidated under Joseph Stalin. He launched massive industrialization campaigns. Factories rose, infrastructure expanded. The military grew stronger, but the cost was staggering. Forced collectivization led to famine. Political purges eliminated rivals. Millions were imprisoned in labor camps. And yet, during World War II, the Soviet Union defeated Nazi Germany. By 1945, it emerged as one of two global superpowers. Stalin transformed the Soviet Union into a dominant force, while leaving deep scars across society. Gorbachev, the end of an era. By the 1980s, the Soviet system was stagnating. Economic inefficiency, political rigidity, public disillusionment. Mikhail Gorbachev attempted reform. He introduced glasnost, openness, and perestroika, restructuring. Censorship loosened. Public debate expanded. But reform unleashed forces that could not be controlled. National republics demanded independence. In 1991, the Soviet Union dissolved. The Cold War ended. A superpower vanished, not through invasion, but through internal transformation. Gorbachev had aimed to renew the system. Instead, he closed a chapter that began nearly a millennium earlier, from baptism to empire, from tsars to revolutionaries, from superpower to collapse. Russian history has been shaped not by gradual evolution, but by decisive rulers who altered its direction in dramatic ways. And each of them left a legacy that still echoes today.